Morning, everybody. Oh, terrible time to hit go live right as that cough comes. Good morning, everyone. SG Daily number 74 for Friday, July 26th. Hope your week is going well. Looks like I got the lighting right here finally. It's going to be a good day. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about today is, I'll just set the story first. So I was doing my morning routine workout thing today, was listening to those YouTube motivational clips where they like mash up a whole bunch of inspirational, public speakers, and then they put like an inspiring music thing behind it. And it's just a whole bunch of motivation stuff. I've been trying that lately during my workouts. Normally I just listen to like pump up music, but needed some extra motivation this week. And I was suggested this kind of stuff by a friend who recommends it. So I said, you know what, we'll give it a try. I've been trying it for a few days. I actually really like it. Having like the positive voice in your head is kind of nice. And I was listening, and it was about a 20-minute video. And this one line really stuck out. It was, glasses have to come off for this one. It was Tony Robbins. Definitely recognize that voice. I don't know if you're a fan or not of Tony. I like Tony. I have him in like small to medium-sized doses. I think a lot of what he says is awesome. I think some of it's kind of rah-rah, but it is also important to have some rah-rah in your life because, he talks about your state and your flow and stuff like that. And putting yourself in the right state can be super helpful and important. So I like Tony, and I could recognize his voice quite easily when this little snippet came on. But the one line that really stuck to me was progress equals happiness. And I think, number one, you can just kind of tell when something has a little more meaning to you. Like that line might mean nothing to you, right? But especially as a solopreneur, it just really resonated. And when, you're working out, you're active, you're listening to something for 20 minutes, and like one line just kind of sticks out, it's generally for a half decent reason. So anytime that happens, I try to, reflect on it a little more and think about it and observe it. And it's just super fitting and super good advice for a solopreneur, right? Because from my experience over the, just about 2 years now that I've been operating my firm by myself, is that there will be ups and downs, right? We can all agree on that. Even if you're doing well financially, it can get difficult, it can get lonely, you can have clients piss you off, you can have clients leave you. There's no shortage of things that can go wrong, or even just make you feel down or anything like that. And when those things happen, it's easy to lose the big picture, forget about previous successes, things like that, and go down almost like a mental rabbit hole, let's say. But the quickest way to get back, or the quickest way to, let's just say, achieve happiness, right, which is like a super loaded statement, is progress, right? If you're going through a tough time, if you're struggling with the business, if you're feeling lonely, if you're, insert negative emotion here, progress can be one super quick, maybe not always quick, but easy way to get that excitement back, get that happiness back, right? Because of the person and the situation. But yeah, from my experience, if you can just get back to doing, right, progressing, then it's much easier to get back in the right headspace, right? Even if doing is things like working out, reading, meditating, stuff like that, like maybe you're not making more sales, but you're doing stuff, or you're doing stuff that will lead to that stuff. So you're keeping the self-care going. You're pumping out cold calls, you're pumping out cold emails, right? The other stuff will come. And progression, the way I interpret that is progression doesn't have to be, grow my business X amount next month, right? Progression, A, is relative for different people in different situations, and B, can be done in very small steps, right? I don't think that Tony meant, go start a new business in the next week when he said progression equals happiness. I don't think he meant double your sales in the next 2 months when he said progression equals happiness. What I think he meant is go take those first steps and continue to take steps every day, right? So if you do want to double your sales, well, how can you get there reasonably? Maybe you can do it in a year. And to do it in a year, you have to do this next month, which means you have to do this next week, which means you have to do this today to start the little baby steps of progression. So anyways, maybe that was too much that I took from a simple equation, but I think often it's these simple equations, simple statements, simple thoughts that actually can provide some of those deeper thoughts, thinking, inspirations and stuff like that. And it's just a fitting time for me. And I just thought about it a lot. And when I think about something a lot, I usually put some weight to it and like to share it with you guys, and gals. So hopefully that gives you some type of takeaway in whatever way possible, right? The reason why I talk about this kind of stuff and put out this kind of content is that we're all on our own solopreneur journey, or entrepreneur, or, trying to find our solopreneur journey. And so I just try to say and share and different things and experiences and struggles that you can hopefully apply to your situation to make it that much better. Hope it helped. It is Friday. Have a great weekend, and I will chat or speak into your ear on Monday.